today in this video, guys, I'm going to go through and doing some test hands with the Darklord deck that I did the deck profile last week. So we'll go through, guys. I'll go through how to basically show you how to use the deck. I used it in this last week's live stream, so if you guys want to go back and watch that, if you didn't get a chance to watch that live, definitely consider checking that out. I'll also use it in my live streams going forward too. Every Sunday and Monday when I live streams, guys. So if you're watching the live streams, you can see me use the deck. If you have any questions about the deck or anything like that, or any changes, just let me know, guys. I'll also link the video in the upper right in the YouTube cards for the deck profile itself if you want to go back and watch the profile video of going through how I've got the deck built. I've got it try to focus a little bit different than I've seen in previous builds. Since I didn't want to upload something you guys have probably already seen, I wanted to do the deck from a different perspective, which is what I try and do here on the channel. With that being said, guys, if you guys are new here to the channel, definitely consider on getting subscribed. I do videos like this here on the channel to help you guys, just to give you a different perspective of the game, or in this case, the deck, different perspective on decks. Make sure you guys like the video so YouTube can still see you guys are liking the content that I'm putting out. And I'd greatly appreciate that, and it really does help out the channel. As making this video, guys, we're almost at 300 subscribers. I really do appreciate all your guys' love and support. We're 11 subs away from hitting 300 subscribers here on the channel. All right, guys, so we'll pretend we're going second. It's more of a go in second deck. Now, you can't go first with the deck. Remember, for you guys that maybe didn't get a chance to see the deck profile itself, this version is based on more of us just playing the, whether it's on our turn or our opponent's turn, really just getting the, the first Darklord out and wiping out their entire board, monster spells and traps, and essentially just going for game, whether it's that turn or the following turn, depending on, the board and all the cards you have access to. So we'll start out first, guys. We'll go ahead and activate our Upstart Goblin. Just for sake, we'll just pretend everything goes through. So we got a Contact, which is perfect. And we've got a Foolish Burial Goods as well. So we've got a lot of really good cards. So we'll go ahead and use our Banishment of the Darklords. We'll go ahead and activate it. Pretends that it goes through. We didn't get any of our cards to draw, unfortunately, other than the Upstart. So that's a little sad. So we'll go ahead and add, I think with that being said, with us just getting those, I think we'll go ahead and add her to our hand, guys, so we can draw some cards. So I'll shuffle really quick. Alright, so we'll go ahead and use her, guys. We'll go ahead and get rid of we'll go ahead and get rid of the Superbia from our hand and her, and then we get to draw 2 cards. Alright, so we got an enchantment. So that's not too bad. Alright, so then we can go ahead and use our Foolish Burial Goods. We'll go ahead and toss that. I think the best card for us, because it looks like we're probably, with the hand that we have, we could technically, we could go and wipe their board. So it really depends on what you guys want to do, right? If you want to go for, we could go for a few different things, right? I think we'll just go for the play to wipe their board on our turn. We'll attempt to go for that. Because I can, let's see, we're going to have the cards, let's see, because I can use that to bring them back, yeah, so we could do that, yeah, so I already have enough for that, so we could think, we'll just say follow in turn, we could save, what do we want to save, toss in, for safekeepings, we could toss out, I'm thinking about tossing that to the graveyard. We'll toss the Uprising just to be on the safe side. Just more of a backup card. You could toss anything else that you want, but I think that would be probably the best play for us to toss a spell or trap card at this point. So then we'll go Contact, right? We'll bring back, I'll kind of move our hand over here where it's still on camera where you guys can see it. So we'll go Contact, we'll bring back Superbia, put it where you guys can see it. His effect will activate. We'll bring back her. And we've got a few things we could do, right? We can go ahead and pay the 1,000 and use the banishment again. We'll go ahead and say we pay the 1,000, guys. Right? If we feel like they don't have anything to stop it, I probably would go ahead and use the effect. So we'll say that we use the effect. We get to pull another card that we want. I think we'll pull and it really depends on the board, right? Because really depending on what they have, I would pull Indulged, or I may go in and go for a follow-up play, maybe this to kind of help protect our card if we wanted to be more conservative, or if we wanted to go back up for next turn, her to draw 2 cards. That's probably what we would do. So I think in this situation, because us having that and that, I think I'd probably go Indulged for backup, probably for, yeah, I think that's what we'll add. Because we've already activated our banishment and our contact, so we've already used them for the turn. Alrighty. So then what we could do, guys, then we could link these away. After that, then we can bring out our. I'll move it where you guys that should be good enough for you to see Anaconda. So we'll bring out Anaconda, then we'll pay the 2,000. We'll activate the greater than polymerization that we have in the deck, guys. If you're not familiar with what it does, I'll read it real quick, just so you guys know, because it's a brand new card that just recently come out here recently. So it's basically you can fusion summon 1 monster from the extra deck using 3 or more monster cards, which in this case the card that we're playing, the first Darklord, is using 3 monsters, so we can use it with him, which works perfectly. So we can use cards from our hand or field to play the card, which we're going to use just strictly our hand. As you guys can see, they're all in our hand. And if we do, the monster card can't be destroyed. So let's say they try Raigeki, Lightning Storm, whatever, or negate his effect or something that would destroy him or something like that. He'll survive. Plus he does piercing damage as another side effect. So we'll put that'll go to the graveyard, guys, so that thins out the deck too. So we'll send 1, 2. We'll send, depending on what you want to do, you could send that. I would like to keep her for backup. So we need 3 monsters. We'll go ahead and send him to the graveyard. So we'll put all 3 of them. We'll get to bring out the first Darklord. Then that will wipe our entire opponent's board, guys. So now at this point, they're going to lose. They're going to lose all of their. They're going to lose all their monsters, all their spell and traps. All of that's gone. And then what we can do, right, we'll hit him with 45 directly. Then we could end our turn, so it's still not going to be games. We could set Enchantment face down for backup. We'll keep Indulge our hand since we can't summon since we used his effect. It'll go to our opponent's turn, and then whenever we want to, right, we can bring out, based on whatever they do, we can bring out Superbia. Superbia's effect will then activate, and we could bring out, I would re-bring out her, basically. And then at that point, guys, we can do pretty much whatever we want. We've got a Uprising, so we can go ahead and fusion again on their turn, which is why I tossed that in the graveyard. So let's say they make some crazy board, or they try and make some crazy board. We could fusion again and make the first Darklord by paying the 1,000 with her effect. Fusion all three of these guys, and that would go back to the deck. For example, let's say if we wanted, not saying you have to do that, but let's say we wanted to do that again, and we can play the other one from the deck, and now we just wiped out all of their board again. So we just played them back to back. We played them on our turn, turned around and played it on our opponent's turn. We had enchantment we could have used. We had, was it contact that we could use as well if we wanted to do another bring back, right? We could have, like if we wanted to, we could have used her effect to pay another 1,000, brought back the other one, and then brought back him. And then we could have still used the trap card to fusion, right? Which probably been even better or even crazier play if we wanted to go that crazy with it. We'll do another one really quick, guys. But hopefully that gives you an idea of how the deck works. You can see very quickly how very easily it is to bring him out with the deck, which is the whole focus of this deck, is really just, trying to get him out as much as possible. So we played him both on our turn and our opponent's turn. We'll do one more quick test hand. It's a very basic deck, guys. That's one thing I love about this deck, too. It's very good, so if you're a beginner and you're looking for a beginner-friendly deck that's not too expensive, I would say you could build this deck with, probably $60 or less, depending on what card rarities and stuff like that and what other extra cards you're wanting to use for the deck. But just for the main stuff, you can get everything, pretty cheaply for the deck, guys. So it's a pretty non-expensive build, and it's a really good deck. All right, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so this is greater than polymerization, guys. If you guys watch the deck profile, I don't have 3 of them, so we substituted. So there's only so that's why it's like that. So that's the substitution card. It's the only card that's substituted, so that's why I know exactly what it is. So we actually drew a really good hand. So what we could do is we could go ahead and use banishment if we wanted to first, but I think we'll use the trade-in. We'll go ahead and toss them and draw 2 cards. Perfect, we got him. So that's insane. So see, we've already got our board, guys. We can go ahead and play that and do that. So we would go ahead and go banishment. Right, even if they negated that, we could still pull him to our hand and have our combo. So you could bait them with trade-in guys, right? So because if they're gonna ash, they're always gonna ash trade-in, right? So if they have ash, they're gonna use on trade-in. So then you can follow up, bait him with that, play that, add him to your hand. In this case, we got lucky and draw him, so we can pull something else. So we could do that. Then we could go. We could do a few different things because we've already got all the cards that we want. We could go ahead and go her to draw 2 cards. That's probably what I would do. Probably a little riskier move, kind of in a sense, sort of, kind of. Or you could pull like contact. If I had Superbia, I probably would pull contact, but I want to go with her to try and draw cards. So we would do that, guys. So we've already baited them with that. So we should be good on the ash part by now if we didn't already get that already. And then we'll say we'll send them both to the graveyard next. And we'll draw 2 more cards. We got another greater than polymerization. And another one of him as well, too. So that's insane. So we've got 2 greater polymerizations, and we've got 2 morning stars. We drew the only 2 in the deck, so that's insane. So we'll go ahead and play... because we didn't hit none of the spells, right? Well, we could do another contact. So it really depends on the board, right, guys? If you wanted to... maybe send 2, play him, use banishment to pull something else. There's a few different things we could do, but I'm just going to keep it simple here in this video. Like I said, if you guys want to see more of the deck, you're definitely welcome to join the live streams. I use it in matches against you guys and in ranked duels as well. So we'll go ahead and just say we'll play the greater than polymerization. Even if they happen to negate it, right, you've got another copy in your hand. You can play as well if we needed to. And then we can send... we could keep that one if we wanted to get, if we wanted to keep it being destroyed or something like that. And he could be special summoned, so we could send these 3 to the graveyard if we wanted to. Or if you wanted to keep him for backup. It really just depends on what you guys want to do. We're playing it with that, so we really don't necessarily need him in our hand. So we could get rid of him for now and keep the other Morning Star in our hand. Then we can bring him out, guys. And we'll wipe our opponent's board just like we did in the previous test hand. And then basically we just would hit them with 4 grand, right? At this point, that's what we would do. We'd hit them with 4K. We'd end our turn. We'd have Morning Star still in our hand. Remember, he can't be destroyed, guys, and he's also, due to his effect, he's unaffected by other cards that can't target your fairies. And he's a fairy, so that includes him. So now he can't be destroyed, and he can't do any cards that target him specifically. So during his turn, right, our opponent's turn, we can use his effect to special summon one of ours from the graveyard back to the field. I'd probably do her again, just the classic stuff. Then depending on what they do, guys, I would probably go ahead and of course activate the banishment. So on their turn we can go ahead and pull, pay the 1,000, and then we can pull something we need, like if we wanted to do another one, her to draw, or if we wanted to do contact. I would probably try and save it till you have to use the effect. So at this point, I probably would, just kind of depends on how risky you want to play or what's going on the board. So we could go, like if we wanted to try and go another combo again, we could pull, her, let's say. Let's say they end their turn, right, it goes back to us. We draw. We got Monster Reborn. That's really good, really good card for us to draw. So then we could go ahead and go, guys. So we have her, but I don't think we have any spells this time for once, which is very rare. But we do have his effect, right? So we can Monster Reborn something. So technically we do, right? I can use his effect, bring him back, toss one of the ones that we want in the graveyard. So let's say we want a fusion again, right? Bam, we toss Uprising. let's say we want to blow up their board again, we toss Uprising again to the graveyard. Then we could go Monster Reborn, bring back, you know, any one of these guys. We can bring back him, for example, if we want to. We can pay the 1,000 guys and we can replay them. So we can now send these 3. Well, we'll send actually those. Well, actually, we'll send 2 because he's already used, and him. So we'll send these 3 to the graveyard. That'll go back to the deck, and then we'll play the other one, guys. Blow up their board again, and now we can hit them directly with over 10k of damage, and that would be game. So very quickly you can see how very easily it is to get this deck going and wiping out their board, guys. And we even have some cards we can bait with the negates and stuff like that, and some of the examples that I gave. I hope you guys found this video very helpful. Let me know what your thoughts are on the deck. Like I said, I try to do a different version of the deck because I haven't seen anyone use the deck with the new card that came out, Greater Than Polymerization, which really helps protect him even more, and then his effect protects himself and rest of your fairy monsters, making it a very hard for your opponent to do. Also, you can kind of get them in a lock as well, like if we could have hit like Christia. If we could hit her, we can keep them from special summoning 2, and then they can't target her due to his effect as well. But that'll do it for this video, guys. Let me know what your thoughts and comments are down below in the comment section. Let me know what other deck profiles you guys would like to see here on the channel. And that'll do it, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video.